Welcome to AmA Media.
The Trail of Tears refers to a series of forced relocations of Native American nations from their ancestral homelands in the southeastern United States to lands west of the Mississippi River, mainly to what is now Oklahoma, during the 1830s. It stands as one of the darkest chapters in U.S. history, a tragedy born from greed, racial policies, and expansionist ambitions. Here's a clear overview. After the American Revolution, white settlers increasingly wanted the fertile lands of the Southeast, especially those held by the Cherokee, Creek, Muskogee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole nations. These groups were known as the Five Civilized Tribes because many had adopted European-style agriculture, education, Christianity, and written laws in efforts to coexist peacefully with settlers. But white expansionists, backed by state governments like Georgia's, wanted them removed. In 1830, President Andrew Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act, which authorized the federal government to forcibly relocate native nations to lands west of the Mississippi River. Legal resistance and betrayal. The Cherokee Nation fought back legally. They took their case to the U.S. Supreme Court, which ruled in Worcester v. Georgia, 1832, that the Cherokee Nation was a sovereign entity and the U.S. government had no right to impose state laws on them. However, President Jackson reportedly ignored the ruling, saying, "John Marshall has made his decision, now let him enforce it." This defiance set the stage for the forced removals. The removals, 1831 to 1838. Each nation faced its own removal. Choctaw, 1831 to 1833 first to be removed. Around 15,000 were forced west, about 2,500 died of starvation, disease, and exposure. Creek, 1836 roughly 14,500 moved, nearly 3,500 perished. Chickasaw, 1837 paid for their own removal, about 500 died. Cherokee, 1838 to 1839 around 16,000 forced west, about 4,000 died. This is the journey most associated with the term Trail of Tears. Seminole, 1835 to 1842 resisted fiercely in Florida during the Second Seminole War. Many were killed, others captured or escaped into the Everglades. Conditions on the trail. The people were forced to march over 1,200 miles through harsh weather, freezing winters, floods, disease, and hunger. Government contractors often supplied rotten food and inadequate clothing. Many died along the way from cholera, dysentery, exhaustion, and exposure to the elements. Eyewitnesses described heartbreaking scenes, families burying loved ones by the roadside, elders collapsing from fatigue, mothers carrying infants who would not survive the journey. The relocated tribes arrived in Indian Territory, present-day Oklahoma, only to face broken promises of food, shelter, and protection. Internal political divisions caused by the trauma and betrayal, pressure again later as settlers continued westward. Despite this, they rebuilt, establishing schools, governments, and communities. The Cherokee even founded a newspaper, the Cherokee Advocate, and re-established their capital at Tahlequah. The Trail of Tears symbolizes the devastation of colonial and expansionist policies on indigenous peoples, the resilience and survival of native nations. A stark reminder of how law, politics, and greed combine to destroy lives. The U.S. Congress formally recognized the tragedy in 1987, and the Trail of Tears National Historic Trail now traces the routes across 9 states, preserving the memory of those who suffered and perished.
Garantangi. Till the next video.